You've likely been taught to think of God, the universe, or a higher power in a way that confines your understanding aversion, that keeps you comfortable and stops you from asking deeper questions. But have you ever wondered if there's more? The truth is, those who seem to have an extraordinary grasp on life, the ones who appear to effortlessly manifest their desires, know something profound about the nature of God that many overlook. And it's this understanding that changes everything. When you think of God, do you picture a distant figure far removed from your life? What if I told you that the real God isn't external at all, but exists within you? Not in some vague or poetic sense, but in a real and tangible way. The divine force that created the universe is the same power that flows through your thoughts, emotions, and very being. This isn't just an idea. It's a transformative truth that the world's most powerful people understand and leverage. Most of us have been conditioned to view God as something to worship, a figure that requires submission and adherence to rules. But this perspective can keep you small, disconnected from the infinite potential God placed within you. It's not about diminishing reverence for God, but realizing that the Creator designed you with access to His power. As Scripture says, God created mankind in His own image. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. You are not separate from His creative force. It flows through you. The Bible speaks of the mind's transformative power, emphasizing, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. This transformation begins when you challenge the limited ideas you've been taught about God. Stop being afraid to ask hard questions or reimagine your relationship with Him. The real danger isn't in questioning, it's in blindly accepting a limited view of God that keeps you from stepping into the fullness of His plan for you. True spirituality is not about helplessly hoping for miracles, but about co-creating with God through faith and alignment with His purpose. Jesus Himself said, "Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these." John chapter 14, verse 12. This is not a call to passivity, but to recognize the divine potential within you. The power of God is the power of consciousness. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape your reality, because they are connected to the divine energy that sustains all creation. This is why Jesus taught, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Matthew chapter 21, verse 22. The same creative force that formed the galaxies is alive in you, waiting for you to align your thoughts and actions with His will. You don't have to be part of an elite group to access this power. It's not reserved for a select few, but available to anyone willing to embrace the truth of their divine identity. The question is, are you ready to stop living in limitation and start walking in the freedom God intended for you? It begins with shifting your mindset, understanding who God truly is, and recognizing His power within you. God didn't design you to live in fear, conformity, or weakness. He called you to rise above, to stand in your authority as His child, and to harness the power He's placed within you for good. This truth can transform your life, drawing you closer to Him and enabling you to fulfill His purpose for you in extraordinary ways. The most successful people, the so-called top 1, understand a fundamental truth. Reality is shaped by the mind. By mastering their thoughts, they master their world. Life doesn't just happen to them. They create life on their own terms. They've discovered that connecting with God or the divine force isn't about rituals, meditation marathons, or pilgrimages. It's about alignment, understanding that your thoughts are the most powerful creative force in the universe. You don't have to wait for God to act, because He is already working through you. As Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. Luke chapter 17, verse 21. Every thought you think is like a command sent out to the universe, shaping your reality in ways you may not even realize. But here's the catch. Most people remain trapped in repetitive thought patterns that keep them stuck, while those who understand this truth consciously shape their thoughts to align with what they want to create. You've likely heard the phrase, thoughts become things, but do you truly grasp its meaning? Every thought you think creates ripples in the fabric of reality, like tossing a stone into a pond. These ripples are immediate, shifting reality in ways you might not see right away. The key is alignment. The more you understand your connection to the divine power within you, the faster those shifts occur. This is why some people seem to manifest incredible results quickly, while others struggle for years. It's not about luck, it's about focus and intention. The top 1% treat every thought as a directive to the universe, knowing that they're co-creators with God. As Scripture reminds us, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23, verse 7. They don't let their thoughts run wild, reacting to every situation. Instead, they think deliberately, focusing their minds with precision and faith. But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. To truly align with the divine power within, you must believe and feel it deeply. Emotion fuels your thoughts, amplifying their impact. If your thoughts and feelings are misaligned, thinking abundance while feeling fear, for instance, you send conflicting signals, and the strongest one wins. The universe responds to your dominant feeling, not just your words or intentions. Those who master this truth think rich, feel rich, and act rich long before wealth manifests in their reality. Take a moment to consider, how are you feeling right now? Your emotions are just as important as your thoughts in shaping your reality. To truly step into your God-given power, you must align your mind and heart with the truth that God is within you, as the Bible teaches. This divine connection empowers you to create and transform your life in ways that reflect His glory and purpose for you. Mastering your mind isn't just a spiritual exercise. It's the foundation for creating a life aligned with God's plan. When you believe in this truth and feel it with conviction, you'll begin to see how your reality transforms. Remember, it's not about trying harder or waiting for a miracle. It's about stepping into the authority God has already given you and using it to shape the life you're meant to live. The top 1% have unlocked something profound. They've mastered the art of detachment. At first, this might seem counterintuitive. If you want to shape your reality, wouldn't you focus intently on your desires? Yes, but here's the paradox. The more you need something, the more you push it away. When you cling to an outcome with desperation, you're operating from a mindset of lack, and lack only attracts more lack. The key lies in wanting something without needing it. The top 1% have perfected this balance. They set their intentions, align their thoughts and emotions with their goals, and then they let go. They trust the process, knowing that the universe or the divine power within will provide. This detachment sends a powerful signal of abundance. It's like saying, I already have it, and abundance always attracts abundance. Think about the times when you've wanted something so desperately that it slipped through your fingers. That's the energy of resistance at work. By holding on too tightly, you block the natural flow of creation. The top 1% understand that life isn't about controlling everything, it's about flowing with it. They recognize that they're part of the same divine energy that created the universe. That energy doesn't need to be micromanaged. It simply needs to be harnessed with trust and faith. As Proverbs 3 verse 5 reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about surrendering to the truth that the power of creation works best in a state of flow, not force. When you trust that the divine within you is already working, that's when the real magic happens. Now, consider this. Are you ready to let go? Are you ready to stop forcing things to happen and start allowing life to unfold with divine precision? Because the moment you do, you'll realize the top 1% aren't special. They've simply embraced a truth that's been within you all along. Most people spend their lives searching for happiness, success, love, or even God. But here's what the top 1% know. The search is an illusion. They've moved beyond seeking into a state of knowing. And that shift changes everything. When you're seeking, you're constantly affirming that something is missing. It's a state of lack, a mindset that keeps you chasing what already exists within you. But the truth is, everything you've ever sought abundance, love, purpose is already inside you. You don't have to chase it. You only need to realize it. Imagine if you truly knew, deep in your soul, that you're already connected to all the power and abundance in the universe. Would you still chase after things? Or would you naturally attract them, simply because you trust they're already yours? This is the understanding that sets the top 1% apart. The real God isn't some distant being you have to search for. The real God is the energy that flows through every cell of your body, the consciousness shaping your thoughts, and the force that gives life to your very breath. As Acts 17 verse 28 declares, "For in him we live and move and have our being." When you embrace this truth, everything changes. Fear begins to fade because fear thrives in separation, in the belief that you're disconnected from what you desire. But once you step into knowing, fear loses its grip. You stop living in scarcity and step into the fullness of who you truly are. So, stop striving. Stop clinging. Stop searching for what you already possess. Instead, align with the divine power within you. Trust the flow and watch as your reality transforms in ways you once thought impossible. The top 1% live without fear, not because they're lucky or special, but because they've uncovered a profound truth. There's nothing to fear. They've realized that they are the creators of their own reality. They understand that the real God is not some distant, unreachable figure, but the consciousness flowing through them. With this understanding, they access an unlimited source of power. But why do so many others still live in fear, feeling disconnected and powerless? It's because they've been conditioned to believe in a version of God that keeps them small, a version that feels distant, separate, and inaccessible. The truth is, that version of God is a lie. The real God is the force flowing through your mind, your heart, and your soul. And when you embrace this truth, when you stop seeking and start being, you step into your power. You become unstoppable. So here's the real question. Are you ready to stop seeking? Are you ready to accept that you already have everything you need right here, right now? This shift from seeking to knowing is what separates the 1% from the rest. The top 1% don't wait for permission, a sign, or perfect circumstances. They know they are the sign. They are the permission. They are the force that makes things fall into place. The real God doesn't simply give you things. Instead, he gives you the ability to create. This is the secret many people miss. While most pray for miracles, hope for change, or wait for life to happen, the top 1% understand something deeper. They are the miracle. They are the change. Once you embrace this knowing, you'll stop waiting for life to happen to you and start creating life on your terms. Here's your challenge. Stop seeking. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Start knowing. Start acting as if you already have the power, because you do. Begin shaping your reality, because you can. The top 1% don't see themselves as victims of circumstance. They know they are creators. Their thoughts, emotions, and actions are the tools they use to shape their world. And the moment you step into this same knowing, the moment you stop looking for God as something external and recognize that you are the embodiment of God's power, miracles will begin to unfold in your life. This shift won't happen overnight. It requires practice, awareness, and a commitment to retrain your mind to align with the truth of who you are. And that's where many people stumble. They want instant results, expecting the universe to hand them everything on a silver platter. But the top 1% know that real power comes from mastery. Mastery of your thoughts, mastery of your emotions, and mastery of your energy. You must begin working on this mastery. Train yourself to think, feel, and act like the creator you are. The more you align with this truth, the more your reality will shift. You'll begin to see the power of God working through you, and you'll realize that the only thing holding you back was the belief that you were separate from that power. So let me ask you again, are you ready to stop seeking and start knowing? Are you ready to embrace the profound truth that the top 1% live by? You are divine in action. This isn't just an idea or spiritual fluff, it's the truth. You are the embodiment of God's power, and once you fully grasp that, your life will never be the same. The top 1% don't just believe in God, they know they are God manifesting in human form. Now, I know that's a radical statement, but stay with me. This is the truth that has been hidden from the masses for centuries. When you hear the phrase, "You are God," it doesn't mean you're the creator of the entire universe in the way we've traditionally been taught to think about it. Instead, it means that you are a unique expression of the divine force that creates everything. You are the universe experiencing itself. Your consciousness in human form. And the same power that creates stars, galaxies, and entire realities is flowing through you right now. The top 1% understand this at a fundamental level. They don't see themselves as separate from the divine. They don't view God as something external, out there. Instead, they see themselves as an integral part of the divine tapestry of existence, intricately woven into the fabric of reality itself. And because of this knowing, they realize they have the power to shape that reality. You see, the real God doesn't create from a place of need or lack. The real God creates from a place of infinite abundance. And that's exactly how you need to start seeing yourself. You're not here to beg for scraps from the universe. You're here to create, to expand, and to express the infinite abundance that already exists within you. When you start living from this place of abundance, everything changes. You stop seeing obstacles as problems and begin to see them as opportunities for growth. You stop fearing failure and instead embrace it as a necessary part of the creative process. You stop waiting for external validation and start trusting your inner guidance, knowing that the divine is speaking through you. This is the final revelation. You are the divine in action. You are the creator of your reality. And the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. The top 1% live without limits because they know they are the ones who set the rules. They are the ones who decide what's possible. And so are you. So, let me ask you, are you ready to stop living like you're separate from God and start living like you're God in action? Because the moment you make that shift, the moment you step into that truth, you'll realize something profound. The top 1% don't have any special powers. They've simply unlocked the power that has been inside them all along. And now, it's your turn to do the same. Now that we've uncovered this deep truth that you are the divine in action, Let's explore how the top 1% use this understanding to actively shape their reality. One of the most powerful tools they wield is belief. Belief isn't just a thought you hold in your mind. It's a force that bends reality around you. The top 1% understand that belief is the key to unlocking the power of God within and directing it toward whatever they desire. They don't just believe in their success, their power, or their vision. They know it's already theirs. So, what makes belief so powerful? It's simple. Your beliefs are the blueprint for your reality. They are the instructions you give to the universe, to your subconscious mind, and to the divine energy that flows through you. The top 1% know that the universe is constantly responding to their beliefs. If they believe they are unstoppable, they are. If they believe they are entitled to abundance, abundance flows to them. The universe doesn't argue with your beliefs. It simply reflects them back to you. Here's where it gets interesting. Most people think they believe in success, wealth, or happiness. But deep down, they hold conflicting beliefs that cancel out what they truly desire. For example, you might say you believe in abundance, but if deep down you feel unworthy or fearful of failure, those subconscious beliefs will sabotage your efforts. The top 1% don't allow these hidden beliefs to control them. Instead, they consciously align their beliefs with the reality they want to create. They understand that belief isn't just mental, it's emotional. It's a deep, unwavering knowing that shapes every thought, feeling, and action. So, here's the challenge for you. Are you ready to align your beliefs with your true desires? Are you ready to stop letting hidden fears and doubts hold you back? Because when you do, you'll realize that the power to create your reality has been within you all along. The question is, will you choose to use it? The top 1% have mastered the art of belief alignment. They've trained themselves to eliminate any beliefs that contradict their desires, ensuring their conscious and subconscious minds are fully aligned with their goals. This alignment isn't just a mindset, it's a way of life. So how do you begin to align your beliefs with the reality you want to create? Step number 1. Identify your limiting beliefs. The first step is uncovering the beliefs that are holding you back. What stories are you telling yourself? What beliefs about yourself or the world are keeping you stuck? Maybe you believe that success is hard, that you don't deserve happiness, or that money is scarce. These beliefs act like chains, keeping you from stepping into your divine power. They quietly influence your thoughts, decisions, and actions, creating a reality that reflects those limitations. Step number 2. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Once you've identified these limiting beliefs, the next step is to replace them with empowering ones. But this isn't about wishful thinking or repeating empty affirmations. It's about reprogramming your mind at the deepest level. The top 1% use tools like visualization, meditation, and self-hypnosis to install new beliefs that align with their goals. They don't just say they are powerful, they feel it. They don't just think about abundance, they live as if they already have it. And that's the key. You must live your belief. It's not enough to think about it or talk about it. You have to embody it. You must act as if what you desire is already yours. Because here's the truth. Belief without action is meaningless. Step number 3. Belief in action. The top 1% don't just sit around believing in success. They take daily actions that reinforce their beliefs. They move through the world with the confidence that comes from knowing the universe is conspiring in their favor. Now, you might be wondering, but what if I believe in something and it doesn't happen? This is where most people get stuck. They try to believe in something, but when they don't see immediate results, they get discouraged. But the top 1% understand that reality doesn't always shift instantly. It takes time for the universe to rearrange itself around your beliefs, especially if you've been holding on to limiting ones for most of your life. Patience is key. The universe is always working behind the scenes, even when you don't see it. So, let me ask you, what do you believe about yourself? About your potential? About your power? Whatever you believe is what you're creating. If you want to change your reality, you must start by changing your beliefs. And that change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a commitment to consistent daily work. Step number 4, the power of consistency. One of the most misunderstood aspects of spiritual power is the importance of consistency. The top 1% know that success, whether in the material or spiritual realms, is not about bursts of inspiration or occasional effort. It's about showing up every single day. It's about committing to the process, no matter how long it takes. You see, the universe rewards persistence. Most people give up too soon. They try something for a week, a month, or even a few months, and when they don't see results, they throw in the towel. But the top 1% keep going, even when it looks like nothing is happening. They understand that every action, every thought, every belief is planting a seed. And while some seeds sprout quickly, others take time. They know that as long as they keep watering those seeds, they will eventually bear fruit. Definitely, consistency is the key to mastering your mind, your beliefs, and your energy. If you can commit to showing up for yourself every day, no matter how small the action, you'll begin to see the shifts in your reality. The question is, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to align your beliefs, take action, and stay consistent no matter how long it takes? Because the moment you do, you'll step into your power. And that's when the magic begins. The top 1% don't just meditate or visualize when they feel like it, they do it every single day. They don't just focus on their goals when they're motivated, they work on them even when they don't feel like it. Why? Because they understand a universal truth. Mastery doesn't come from occasional effort. It comes from dedication. Think about it this way. If you were to plant a garden, you wouldn't expect the flowers to bloom overnight, right? You'd understand that you need to water the seeds, tend to the soil, and give them time to grow. But in today's fast-paced world, we've been conditioned to expect instant results. We want everything now. And when it doesn't happen immediately, we get frustrated and give up. The top 1% know better. They understand that the divine process requires patience and time. Here's the thing about consistency. The more consistent you are, the more momentum you build. At first, it might feel like nothing is happening. You're doing the work, but you're not seeing the results. It's easy to get discouraged. But if you keep going, if you keep believing, keep acting, and keep showing up, you begin to build unstoppable energy. It's like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, it's small, and progress seems slow. But as it keeps rolling, it gains more and more mass, eventually becoming a force that's impossible to stop. This is why the top 1% never stop. They know that every single day they put in the work, they're adding to their momentum. And eventually, that momentum becomes so powerful that nothing can stand in their way. But it all starts with consistency. The universe isn't interested in what you do sometimes. It's interested in what you do every day. *.so. How can you start building consistency in your life? It's simple. Start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just pick one thing, one habit, one belief, one action, and commit to doing it daily. Maybe it's meditating for 5 minutes. Maybe it's visualizing your goals before bed. Or maybe it's writing down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. Whatever it is, start small and build from there. The top 1% didn't become masters overnight. They started just like you, one step at a time. So, here's the question. Are you willing to be consistent? Are you willing to show up every day, even when it feels like nothing is happening? Because that's the secret that separates the top 1% from everyone else. They don't stop, and neither should you. God wants the best for your life, so improve and reach your best version.